Hey everybody, this is B. So, today I am going to try my best to use my words wisely. I definitely don't want to come off as being insensitive or judgmental because of the subject matter. But those of you who have not heard, on last Monday, November the 2nd, I believe, 9-year-old Tyshawn Lee was walking home from school when he was lured into an alley in Chicago, Illinois, and executed. He was shot in the back and in the head. Police reports say that they believe that the execution of this little boy is gang related. They feel like this is some sort of retaliation between a rival gang and his father. His father, of course, denies everything. His mom, Carla Lee, has been in the media and she has posted a public plea for help in raising the money that she was going to need to bury her son. Over the weekend, Carla has caused quite a stir because it was reported that of the $17,000 raised for her son's funeral, she used a portion of it to go out and buy her a new year 2015 car, and the donors are outraged at this. I'm not quite sure at what order this happened in, but apparently along the way, someone found out that the city of Chicago actually assists people who do not have the appropriate life insurance with burial, and it was discovered that the city of Chicago is going to pay for, I don't know if it's all or a portion of Tyshawn's funeral. What has gotten the public in an uproar is the fact that she's chosen to use a portion of this money to buy herself a new car before her son's funeral, which indeed is actually going to happen on tomorrow, on Tuesday. Carla posted a video via Instagram with a lot of profanity-laced words, citing that she just wanted everyone to leave her alone, that she was doing it for her safety, that she was afraid of walking to work because they have not found out who it was that killed her son, and she's afraid that somebody's going to do something to her. And she proceeded to say that she felt like her son would have approved her getting a car. So back and forth on the comments when you go through and you look at the different posts. Now that video since then has been deleted, but then of course, you know, in today's technology and today's age, there's always someone who's going to capture that video before it's removed, so you're able to go online and see it. There are some people who agree with her using a portion of the money to purchase a car, but for the most part, a lot of people are outraged at the fact that I was reading through the comments, and I read one particular comment that really stuck out, and it was from this young man who posted that his own personal car was in need of repairs, but he gave his last $50 because he really wanted to help give this young man a decent burial. So he felt defrauded to a certain degree and upset at the fact that she chose to use it for her own personal means. And this is where I come in to give my point of view of everything, and this is where I'm probably going to come off as being insensitive and rude and mean, but it's got to be said. Okay, so this is how it works. When you start a campaign or a fundraiser or some sort of rally to raise money or awareness, donors who make the donations do so for the simple point of showing their support for that particular cause. If you take that money and use it for another purpose other than what you stated, then that's fraud and that's embezzlement. I don't know if she found out about the city of Chicago helping with burial expense before, during, or after the campaign on GoFundMe was posted, but for whatever reason, whenever they did find out, that they did not need as much money as was being raised, then immediately they should have posted it online for the public to see, and then the public would decide as to whether or not they wanted to continue in making the donations. When you are reaching out to donors for help, you have to be detailed in all of your information. You have to keep them updated on what's going on. You have to let them know what's going on the daily basis, because it is their money that you're dealing with. If you don't want to answer to anybody, if you don't want to tell anybody what you're doing with the money, if you want people to leave you alone, then don't ask for help. I know it may seem a little cruel, but that comes with the territory. When you're asking people for help, when you're asking people to help you with a particular thing, then you have to let them know what you're going to do with the money. I don't know too many people that would just hand out money just for the sake of it. If someone says, hey, can I get this or can I get that, they're going to want to know what for, because that's their hard-earned money, not yours. That's their hard-earned money. And I understand that people, you know, are caught in different financial situations. They can't afford this and they can't afford that, and this is where I've got to put in this public service announcement. In my ignorance, when I first started having children and Gerber would send me those little info packs and they would give it to us in the hospital, immediately I threw it away because I was like, no, I'm not going to buy insurance for my child. I mean, I just had this baby. I'm not going to be thinking about my child's death. My child is going to bury me. I'm not going to, bury my child. But that was me in my youth, and that was me in my ignorance. Actually, when you take out life insurance on your child when they're a baby, you are making an investment for them, because for every year that you get a little older, that's how much higher your premium and your rates are going to go up. With Gerber, they're not paying me to do this. This is just my personal testimonial. But with Gerber, once you lock in a rate with that child at the child's young age, then that's the rate that they're going to pay for the rest of their life. They don't have to worry about the rates increasing. They don't have to worry about the premiums going down. They are secure in that rate and in that premium. And the sweet spot about this is that when they turn 21, then the insurance doubles. So they actually get double once they turn 21. The insurance with whole life insurance with Gerber, you can also use a portion of that money to help pay for their college expense if there's ever a need. So you're actually making an investment in your child's future. You're helping to save them money so that they won't have to pay a high premium at the age of 21. At 21, my child is going to be paying the rate that it was when she was 3 years old. It is an investment. And the wonderful thing about this is that this is something that we provided for our children. Now, while no one wants to bury their child, no one wants to have to make final arrangements for their child's funeral. It happens sometimes. And there is a peace of mind about knowing that if, heaven forbid, that were to happen, that at least that part is covered. At least we don't have to worry about, well, where are we going to get the money from? How are we going to do this? Am I going to be able to give my baby the best burial? Am I going to be able to do this for my child? This last act for my child? All of that is taken care of. And then the decisions that we make, the decisions that you make as a parent, that I make as a parent, I don't have to answer to anyone, because this was our hard-earned money that we use to put towards our child. If you do not want to answer to anyone, if you want them to leave you alone, if you want to be able to make whatever decisions you want to make, then you have to use your own money. And I know a lot of people say, well, I can't afford it. Well, I can't do this. Well, I can't do that. If you can go to McDonald's, if you can buy weed, if you can go to the movies, if you can buy yourself a can of soda, then you can afford life insurance for yourself and your child. Where there is a will, there is a way. I do continue to pray for this family. I do pray that they find whoever it was that took this little boy's life. I do pray for salvation for anyone who does not have Christ in their life. I do pray that they continue to grow from this situation and learn from this situation and apply it. And I do pray that people realize that the Black Lives Matter movement is more than just rallying and hashtags and t-shirts. It's about making a difference within your community. It's about educating your people. It's about empowering your people. And it's about teaching your people to look at their own selves and say, you know what? It's not just them. Part of it is us too. What can we do to improve ourselves, to empower ourselves, so that we can be in better positions, so that we won't have to face certain situations in life? If we want better, then we've got to do better. This has been First Lady B. I hope this has been a blessing for you all. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.